Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this edition of Storytime with Uncle Njomo. Today, I would like us to look at one point. That point is never be ashamed of your background. I say it with a lot of passion. Never be ashamed of your background. When you are ashamed of your background, you will always be compelled to give the public a false impression about yourself and your family. You will always be living with a complex inside because you want to prove you are better than what, people might think about you. Will that not be living an artificial life? Trying to be who you are not? The tendency is that if you are ashamed of your background, you will always want to belong. And when I say belong, you will want always to relate and talk about rich people, renowned relatives, good, affluent people. When you want to belong, your cousins will always be the children of rich people. When they call the name of a popular family, you even say the children of that family are your cousins. You want to belong. You would only want to relate with people who have a name. You find people who always tell you, yesterday I was having dinner with Roger Miller. In fact, Eto passed through our house yesterday with my cousins and my brothers. Two-Face Idiba, he greeted me at the airport the other day and he recognized me. Okocha, oh, you are talking of Okocha? The other day we were eating in a restaurant together. He invited us out. Those are the stories of people who want to belong. Before I continue, a renowned journalist in Cameroon, Nana Walter Wilson. Let's listen to any story that you have.
I have this very glaring example while we're in college. The father of my classmate came visiting and he refused to come out of the dormitory and accept that is the father. While in school, while in college, he had this impression that, since some of the classmates' parents were financially strong, top in administration, top flight businessmen across the town, and his father not coming from any of this background, he thought that he cannot associate with his father in public. And until the father insisted that, no, that is my son, that is the name. So there are some people who are hushed down by the kind of society they are coming from, and they think that they should be ashamed for where they are coming from.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, after that story, I still ask the question, why are you ashamed of your background? Because if you look at the stories of most affluent and successful people today, they are people who grew from grass to grace. Just go through your repertoire. Be you in Cameroon, in Nigeria, in Ghana, in Sierra Leone, in Liberia, wherever, in Tanzania. Look at your repertoire of the affluent and wealthy people. They are mostly people who have grown from grass to grace. I'll tell you a story. I was in Lagos so many years ago, and I decided that I was going to meet some of these great names from Nollywood. The one that remained indelible in my mind is one of those popular drinking places. Those of you in Lagos, you know, one of the popular places inside the Surulere Stadium. One of those very popular places where if you wanted to meet the Nollywood stars, just go there. As you get into the stadium and you are going towards that area, there is a huge screen, and then when you move in, there is a pub. I went there, and come to think of it, I met Kanayo or Kanayo. I'll show you that picture, the day we met. Kanayo and myself were telling our stories, and I want to tell you, dear people, Kanayo not shocked me, but was so open and simple and down to earth that he told me a story. Me, Kanayo, in front of you, Njomo, and my elder brother were in the village digging pit toilets for people. And look at Kanayo. He moves from there, an outstanding Nollywood star, a brilliant lawyer in Nigeria, a good, actor everywhere he goes to. And the stories of so many of those stars, they are the same. You want me to tell you my own? I'd already told you a story how I wanted to be a motor boy. More, come. So you look at quite a good number of persons, successful persons in society. They came, they grew from grass. Why are you ashamed of your background? Why? I even tell you something. In the 60s, when we went to college, those of us who came from Kumba, for those of you ahead, Kumba was a kind of no man's land and people of average class. But the children from Boya, GRA, from Victoria, most of them were Ajabotas. When we were coming back to school, the first day in school, when you reopen, you are proud of what you brought from home as what you call today luxury. See you. Why the Ajabotas were bringing butterscotch? They were bringing those stuff from supermarkets. I tell you what, from Kuma we brought Gary. We brought our granite, we fry one, and our coconuts. But come to think of it, when you open your box and remove your Gary and you threw your granite inside, and you were Ajabota boys, they threw away all their butterscotch. I'm telling you, they had even this, honey, tit and lie honey, jam. Where you go see jam when you come up Kuma now? Came with your Gary, came with your fried granite, came with your coconut, came with some other, and there was something even. Those of us who came from those farming areas, we'll go hunting 2 days before we go and catch rat mole, this thing they call ground beef. I'll go there. Your mother will stew it the night before, dry. You package it, and when you come school, it is in a small tin. Make boy move a cabin biscuit, you move your half-leg ground beef. Then you chew and will style. The boys come and follow you and say, I beg, go give me my own. The boy, they come and say, you don't give them my own, we go fight. And a true fight too. So, what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen, let your background instead be a motivation for you. Let your background instead be a propeller for you. You are not able to afford 1 meal in your family home, 2 meals in your family home. It should motivate you to move, to study, to work hard, so that tomorrow your parents can even have those meals with ease. Let your background give you the fighting spirit. That is what I'm talking about today. This is story time with Uncle Njomo. I hope that the things I say, they mean something to you. They add something to your life. Bye-bye. Hope you liked this episode. If you did, like, comment, and share. See you in the next edition.